Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to the Plastic Guy channel, where today we're going to take a look at this Deadpool figure, and I'm so excited. I'm about 2 years too late, but I'm so happy to finally have this guy. I believe this guy came out in 2018, might have been 2017, and when he first came out I decided to pass on him. There was a lot of Deadpool figures coming out around this time. I'd picked up a couple, and for that reason I decided this one, if I was to get it would be a bit excessive, so I left it. But I always planned on getting them, and I always kind of kept an eye out on eBay for this guy popping up, and to be honest, he never really did pop up as often as I thought. And when he did, he just wasn't the right price. I never really wanted to pay the full price for him, just due to all the other Deadpool figures I had. And the other week I decided just to check on eBay what Deadpool figures were up, and here I saw this guy for £14. He's missing the Build-A-Figure piece, hence the reason I believe he was put up so cheap. So I pounced on it, got him, and I'm so glad I did. I checked the other day just to see if any more went up, and this guy's selling loose for like £40. Like, what? That's crazy. So yeah, I'm really happy I finally have him pretty much unboxed. I mean, as I said, the Build-A-Figure piece is gone. I've said in other videos, I really don't care for Build-A-Figures. There's only a couple I really like. Way too expensive for me. So when I do see figures without the Build-A-Figure pieces and they're still in box with their accessories, I'm more than happy to pay that reduced price for that figure. He's kind of referred to as Pantspool or Deadpool and Chill. Yeah, he doesn't really have a proper name. There's no name in the box apart from Deadpool, so it's just Deadpool in his pants. But let's just take a closer look at the box. So you've got the Deadpool logo at the top, and Marvel's Sauron Build-A-Figure. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but as I said, there was a lot of Deadpool figures coming out at the time, and this was one of them, and this was one that I picked up once again without the Build-A-Figure pieces. But this was at the time the figure was released, and I really like the look at this guy. Came with some guns and swords, and he's in the X-Men outfit, and this one just appealed a little bit more to me, which is why I went for this guy at the time over Pantspool. But now looking at them both together, I really prefer this guy, and this could actually end up being one of my favourite Deadpools. We'll find out once we take a closer look at him out of the box. But yeah, this was also in the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave, which is why I'm showing him off right here. But back to this guy. We have got the Marvel Legends logo. As I said, it just says Deadpool. Great artwork at the side here. And sort of the same image on the back. And then you've got the product shot. Description here. So if you want to read that, just pause that there. And then here's the other figures in the wave, which obviously we just seen this guy here. Lady Deadpool looks quite cool as well. And then there's the Build-A-Figure that it would have built. And as I said, just never really a fan of the Build-A-Figures, but I know a lot of folk are. So let's just take this guy out of the box, have a closer look at him. I can't wait. So here we have Pantspool out of the packaging, and yeah, he looks fantastic. He comes with these two guns, which I think are cool, you know, good enough. I would prefer more like a classic looking pistol, to be honest, but you know, that would do. I think this rifle sort of thing looks a bit better. Once again, I prefer maybe a more traditional looking gun, but these will suffice, I suppose. And we'll just take a closer look at Deadpool here. So as I said, this guy he looks fantastic. I'm a massive fan of Deadpool. I've reviewed the movie figure on the channel not too long ago, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I described my love for Deadpool greatly in that video, and how I fell in love with the character after seeing the second film. I mean, I loved the first film, but after seeing that second film was really when I fell in love with the character, and I think this just really captures Deadpool's character. It's hilarious, and at the same time it's badass. I mean, the detail in this figure is fantastic. Just the only problem I have at the moment is the lack of accessories. Normally when we get these Deadpool figures, get quite a lot of accessories with them, and these two measly guns aren't quite cutting it. As I said, I picked this guy up second hand for £14 in box, so I'm not too disappointed because I paid that lower price point. But if I was to pay over £20 for this figure, I'd really want a couple swords with this guy. And I mean, maybe being a bit of a hypocrite here after talking about the holsters in the Deadpool movie figure video. But I suppose it's a bit different. In that Deadpool movie figure, we had holsters with guns in them that we couldn't take out. But in this figure, there's holsters where we don't even have a gun that can fit in. Do you know what I mean? Like, this gun's not going to go in there. And I thought I had a lot of spare pistols and things. And I was like, no biggie, I can shove it in there. But I'm just using all those other spare pistols with other loose figures. So I do need to keep my eye out for some pistol accessories to go in to his holsters. And the other thing is, I mean, we'll take a closer look at him, but it does look like he has a hole here, so you could put in some holders for some katanas, but I wish we would have just been given that anyway. I get that this is meant to be a more relaxed, more chill Deadpool look, as if he's just kind of woken up and he's jumping into the action, but if he's got the top half of his outfit on, the katanas would be part of that top half of the outfit. So yeah, loving the look of him, just a bit lacking on the accessories here for me. But taking a closer look, the head sculpt's brilliant. I really can't wait to take some photos of this guy from my Instagram. Straight away I'm thinking we can replicate that scene in Spider-Man where he's upside down and the mask's off. You know what scene I'm talking about. Funny to replicate that with Deadpool and his scarred up face here. But yeah, that head sculpt's great. Good detail throughout the body, just the same as that Juggernaut Deadpool figure mold, which is, I guess, the most popular. The Juggernaut Deadpool still the kind of expensive Deadpool Marvel Legends on eBay. I mean, all of them are getting a bit expensive, but that Juggernaut mold seems to still be the most popular, and this is kind of taken from that, but then obviously adding its own flair at the bottom here. And as I said, it just captures Deadpool greatly. The pants are just what other pants would Deadpool wear, do you know what I mean? But the legs are fantastic. Just that scarred up detail that we know Wade Wilson has. And it's just great looking, and obviously it's topped off by my favourite part of this figure, and it all complements each other, but that just icing on the cake are these pink slippers. Just fantastic, especially this one with the one sock. I love it. I love it so much. It's hilarious, it's funny, and it's very Deadpool. And here's the back of the figure, as I'd already shown, and he's got that kind of pinky look, as with all the other Juggernaut mold Deadpool figures. So speaking of the Juggernaut Deadpool, here he is. And you can see the similarities here. This guy's out on my display. And yeah, similar, well, it's the same body molds. This one's a lot lighter red. So at the same mask idea, obviously this one's got the unmasked bit at the bottom, but you can see where this figures came from. This obviously came out first and then this one after. Just the only other thing that is kind of annoying me is how these grenades aren't green. Like, would that have been really hard? Brown grenades the same colour as these holster. Okay. But yeah, I think these figures side by side just are fantastic. Talking about spare guns, I mean, I've got them in the holsters here. As I said, I've got this guy on display, so I really wanted to have all these holsters to use. And these aren't the original guns that came with this figure, but I used those original guns for a custom figure I made. Just taking a closer look at Deadpool's articulation here, you can look all the way up, so you can look right up, that's great. All the way down, great motion in the head here, fantastic. His arms all the way up, about that far. down, you can move all the way back, all the way forward as well. Can then got double jointed arms, but I think that's about as far as I'm going to get them. And this joint's a wee bit loose, but I think that's from the posing that was in the box. And you can sort of move the wrist about a bit as well. Same articulation in this arm here. With the legs, you can kick right far forward, all the way back, all the way out. He's got double jointed knees, so you can get that leg all the way back. And no articulation at the calf, but then you can move the feet backwards and forwards, and you've also got fantastic ankle pivot as well. You can move him around at the waist. He's also got a bit of an ab crunch going on as well. So there we have it for Pants Pull or Deadpool and Chill. Just Deadpool. This figure, as I said, has become one of my favourites. I looked out a spare sword, so if I want to display this guy with the sword, this is going to be the one to use it with. I probably will keep him out on display because he just looks so good. Yeah, I'm really happy, especially at that price point of 14. If you're a fan of this figure, I'd definitely look him out. And as I said, guys, that's about it for this video. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe for future reviews. There will definitely be more Deadpool on this channel. I'll leave the link to my Instagram in the description below, where I'll definitely put up some pictures of this figure. There's some Deadpool already up there you can go check out. And once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the flip-flop later. Cheers.